First, I would like to say thank you to all my new subscribers, because without you guys, this channel will not grow. We're on our way to 500 and then soon to be 1,000. So like I said, thank you to all the people that's left comments. Thank you for people that's left me all kinds of feedback, whether it's good or bad. I don't care if it's negative. I don't care if it's positive. I just want to hear what you guys have to say, and I will try to do my best to reply to each and every one of your comments, but try to keep it respectful. Okay, so let's get into today's topic. I understand today's topic might be a little bit of controversial, but I want you guys to leave comments down below so we can continue this conversation, because I want to hear exactly what you guys have to say about the topic. So today's topic is, can men and women be platonic friends? Before I give you guys my answer on that question, I'm going to give you a little bit of insight on the topic. So biology says that men and women weren't created to just be friends, right? But we've learned to adapt to environments and learn to adapt to society, and even though that it's not the norm, we've learned to adapt to it. So like I said, not every friendship is going to turn romantic or going to be romance or intimacy or anything like that. So I'm not saying that every friendship is going to turn into a relationship or become sexual. What I am saying is that the 51% versus the 49%, my channel focuses on the 51%. So the probability, not the possibility. And the statistics show that if you spend close proximity to someone of the opposite gender or the opposite, male or female, that eventually, even whether you're attracted to them or not, the chances are 51% are that you might get close to them, you might start getting attracted to them, or you might start finding them attractive. Whether you find them physically attractive or not, that's not the point. The point is when you spend enough time with somebody, you can start growing a bond with that person. And that's okay, because that's biology. That's what, it's okay. It's normal, right? So there was opportunities in my life where I could have made friendships grow into relationships, but they weren't that. They were just friends, right? So I've actually experienced some friends, but they were intimate in the beginning and then they turned into a friendship. So there's that intimacy part, right? And then there was times where it was friends and then it turned into a relationship. So with my experience, every time I've had a female friend, it either was intimate or it became into a relationship. But like I said, let me reiterate, not every friendship is going to turn into a relationship. I'm not saying that, but I am focusing on the 51%, which is the majority, not the minority, right? Even though this is a minority report that's reporting to you, I'm going to tell you that I'm focusing on the majority. And statistics have shown, like I said, with close proximity, you can start getting attraction towards that person, whether you're physically attracted to them or not. And I advise and I challenge any one of you, especially females, if you're listening, that if you have any male counterpart friends, call them up one night and ask them to bring a bottle over and let's Netflix and chill and let's see what they say. Now, I'm talking about straight males only. Now, if you have male friends that are not straight, I'm not talking about that category of people. I'm talking about straight heterosexual male and females. That's what this topic is about, right? So with that being said, I challenge any one of you guys that if you guys have friends of the opposite sex, to call them over, whether you're male or female, and say, hey, do you want to Netflix and chill? And I want to see what their responses will be. And I'm betting on it that it's going to be more of that 51% are going to say yes rather than that 49% saying no, right? So there are going to be people that are going to be saying no. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is the 51% are going to say yes. And that's my answer, is they cannot be platonically friends in a grand scheme of things. I'm not saying that it can't happen, but the possibilities of somebody not finding the other one attractive eventually, whether it's physical or whether it's personality wise, my guess is that it's not probable, right? So like I said, I want to see what you guys have to say about the whole topic. I want you guys to tell me what you guys think. Leave a comment down below so we can keep this conversation going. I want to hear what you guys have to say about the topic, because I want to know why you guys feel this way and why you guys don't feel this way. Why do you think they can be friends, and why do you think it can be just strictly platonic, right? So for me, like I said, every experience that I've had with involving a female being a friend, eventually I was either attracted to her or she was either attracted to me. And there has been times where she wasn't attracted to me, but I started growing feelings for her, and it just didn't click, right? So I'm not saying that I was romantic or romance or intimate with every female counterpart friend, but I wanted to be with some of the ones that didn't want to be with me, and then vice versa. So you could also find yourself in that situation of the spectrum where you're the friend that you like them, but they don't like you, right? Because that's also something that you have to take into consideration. For me, if I'm going to date a girl that has a lot of female friends, or that has a lot of male friends per se, that's going to be a red flag for me. You know, I just typically wouldn't want to deal with that. And I advise you, whether you're male or female, if your partner has the friends of the opposite sex, a lot of friends of the opposite sex, I would also advise that, you know, if you guys start getting serious, that you're willing to push them, keep them at arm's length, because I would do the same thing. If I started getting serious with a woman and I have female friends, I'm going to start, you know, pushing them away a little bit. Not saying to completely cut them off, but hanging out with them or calling them in the middle of the night, texting them in the middle of the night. I feel like that shouldn't be something that should be happening in today's, you know, couples, because like I said, spending a lot of time with that significant other, you guys can start growing a bond for each other, whether you might not have a bond for them, but they might have a bond for you. So you can't really speak on them. You might say, well, hey, I can spend time with my male or female friend, and I don't want to do anything with that person. And you're probably right. You probably don't want to do anything with that person. You probably can't stand them in that kind of way, see them in a sexual kind of way, but you don't know how they feel about you. That's why I was trying to tell you guys, whether you're male or female, call that person up one day, call that friend and ask them, do you want to Netflix and chill? And I'm curious to know whether they're on the 51% of the side or the 49%. And my guess will always be 51%. Now, you might sit there and say, oh, you're being very insecure for not letting your female girlfriend have male friends, or you're letting your boyfriend have female friends, or male friends, or whatever the case is. It's not about nothing about being insecure or being confident or anything like that. For me, it's a respect factor, because I know if you spend enough time with that person, they're the ones that you always go and run to when you and your partner are having troubles. And when you're in that vulnerable state, you're gonna fall and some things could happen. Trust me, I've been there. I've seen it. I've heard it. I'm a barber. I've experienced, and I talk to people from all walks of life and different demographics. I've worked in different areas. I've been doing this. I talk to people from all walks of life, and 51%, like I said, I hear the same thing over and over again. You don't want to be vulnerable having friends of the opposite sex, because that's when things can start getting a little dicey, right? You see it in movies all the time where the guy or the girl is having troubles with their partner. They get into a big fight and they go and they run off to their best friend, and things start happening, and then that turns into a crazy relationship. How many times do you hear people saying, oh, I married my best friend, I married my friend, I started dating this person, they were my friend at first, we started off as friends and we grew into a relationship. That's because we weren't meant to be friends in the grand scheme of things. That's the truth. That's the truth. It's not me trying to say, oh, this or that can't happen. I'm not saying it can't happen. But when you put yourself in a vulnerable state like that, best believe, male or females, men or women, whoever's listening, if your counter partner has male or female friends of the opposite sex, and you guys get into an argument, they're gonna run and go cry on that person's shoulder. 9 times out of 10, 51% of the time, it's gonna happen. And so if it was me, I wouldn't mess with it. I wouldn't do it. But that's just my personal take on it. I want to know your guys' personal take on it. I want you guys to leave a comment down below. Tell me, do you agree? Do you not agree? And tell me why. If you think I'm a piece of shit, tell me I'm a piece of shit. But at least you could be honest with me, because I'm being honest with you. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think. And I'll see you all in the next one.